Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a good old-fashioned what I spend in a week. So that's what we're doing today, and we are doing it from May 12th to May 19th. So as of yesterday was the last day within this week that I'm doing. So what I spend in a week, May 12th to 19th. Okay, so we are still technically in lockdown. It's literally never ending. We're currently in a lockdown, but things are kind of opening up more unofficially than officially. People are getting vaccinated. So I have been kind of dilly-dallying here and there with seeing people and such, but always in an outdoor setting, and we've all been fully vaccinated. So I do have quite a few credit cards. I do a little bit of like credit card churning. So I'm gonna go over day by day where I spent money, what I did, etc., and then we'll look at everything at the end of the week and see how we feel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get going. So starting off with May 12th. So on May 12th, let's see what happened. So I bought a textbook from a university, a French textbook, which was $26.36. So French book. And this was on my Amex card. However, the next day I ended up returning it because I was able to find it at the public library. So obviously I don't need to pay for it. I'm taking a part-time French class. So I actually had that reversed. So I had plus $26.36 minus $26.36 the next day. So I'm actually just going to remove that completely. But I saved myself about $26 because I was going via the library. Public library is a really, really great method. I also had my Bell bill go through. Let's see. So I had my Bell bill go through, which was $111.34. Way too expensive. This was for cable and home phone. HP, like Harry Potter. And this was on my Visa card. So very annoying. I hate paying for that. So that was on the 12th as well. So that was everything that I spent on the 12th. So essentially just a regular bill going through. Then we have May 13th. So May 13th was the day that I ended up getting the credit back for that card, for the book, I should say. So on the 13th, we spent a little bit more money. So number one, we had a bill come through from Fido for $76.47. This is cell phone. And this one was on my Visa card. I'm actually in the process of switching from Fido to TELUS because instead of spending about $70 or $65 a month, it's going to go down to $50 a month. So huge savings, about 50% savings. Looking forward to decreasing that price. So that was on the 13th. We also had No Frills, which cost me $7.75. My mom usually takes my card and she does the shopping with it. So that was on the 13th, and this was food for No Frills. That same day, she also went to the garden center and spent $21.64. Oh my god, I wrote No Frills twice, and these were both on my Visa. So she picked up a little bit of grub. Let's see what else happened on May 13th. Yep, that's it for the 13th. On May 14th, we had another charge for No Frills, which was $20.92. I went with my mom. And this was again on my Visa. They don't take Amex, so it changes things quite a bit. So this was at No Frills. So we're looking at the 14th. And that was everything that was spent on that day. So now we have the 15th. Obviously we're in like a part lockdown, so we're not really going out and spending as much. I do have quite a few things to return actually clothes-wise, so that will be a little bit later on. So on the 15th, back to No Frills we went this time, 15.51. We prefer to do less shops and pick up smaller things that are fresher instead of doing like a really big, one big shop all at once. We also had on May 15th, I spent $17.95 LCBO. And this is on my Amex, and this is actually for my mom. I'm currently doing a dry month for the month of May. We're getting there. It hasn't been too bad actually. I thought that it would be worse, but this was for my mom. So I didn't actually drink anything, but I bought this for my mom. She won't be paying that back for me. That was all on my own. What else do we have on the 15th? Nothing else. That was everything on the 15th. Don't worry, my expenditures will increase. May 16th, there was actually nothing. So I had a no spend day, which is pretty nice. We'll take them when we get them. Then we have the 17th. So on the 17th, I went rollerblading by the lakeshore, but I wasn't able to park at the usual free parking that I get. So I had to pay for parking, which was $8. However, I'm actually not going to add this in, and the reason why is because I do the parking via the app, and I'll load it with $20 whenever I need to. So this was already kind of prepaid in a sense, not directly from my bank account, but it did take away from that price. That was on the 17th. What else did we have on the 17th? Oh, so on the 17th, I had a Amazon order that I made. So it was $25.19 Amazon, and this was on my Visa as well. This is for, I've been diddle-dallying between whether or not I want to buy it. It's for the laptop stand and laptop holder. Right now, I have my laptop on a pile of books, except with the ratio that it's at, I don't want it to be, like when you have it like this, it's still awkward when you're looking at it, right? Because this isn't relative to your eyesight. So I want to be able to have it more like this, so that the screen, which is this part here, is a little bit flatter against the wall, if that makes sense. Who knows, it might end up being a waste of money, but it looks a lot sleeker than having a pile of books. So that's what I have at Amazon right now. I also spent, what else do we have? So $17 on Amazon. And that's everything for that day. When we go to May 18th, a little bit more expenditures. We have $12.42 at Farm Boy, where I used my Amex. They do actually take it there. Because I bought some chicken. Me and my mom did not feel like cooking for the family, so I ended up just buying chicken itself. So that's what we spent there. On the 18th, nothing else. And then we have the 19th, which is the very last day. Here, a little bit more in terms of expenditures. So I made an online order at Canadian Tire, and this was via my Amex as well. So the final total was $49.70. This was Canadian Tire, and this was my Amex. I'm gonna actually pick it up today. It was a little barbecue and also a weight. I have a 9-pound weight, but I want to get a second 9-pound weight. I don't know if I actually really needed it, but we'll see if I end up actually working out. So I did spend close to $50. I also had, my mom went back to No Frills and she spent $12.03 on some necessities. So that was on my Visa. And then we went out for ice cream. So we paid for, with cash, it was $9.30. We had some ice cream, and this was cash. So altogether, in terms of expenditures, not super crazy. It's kind of mid-length. I think the fact that there's so many No Frills runs in here, like we went to No Frills once, twice, 3, 4 times within a week, makes it seem like there's a lot more expenditures than there actually is instead of one really big one. There's also kind of some one-off ones in here, like there always is, the Amazon one as well as the Canadian Tire one as well. I ended up including my cable and my cell phone, right? Those kind of regular those regular expenditures, and then I have kind of the cash one and the parking one as well. So all in all, in terms of a week, I'm okay with this. I definitely think that, you know, it could be a little bit lower. Thankfully, we did have a no spend day, which we obviously really like. I'm happy with that. And then when we look at food, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? 4, 5. Yeah, so quite a bit. 5 out of 7 days where we have food. And then in terms of kind of random expenditures here and there, not too bad because we have the garden center, which is fine. We'll take it. But then we also have Canadian Tire and Amazon. So all in all, that's how I spent my money on the week of the 12th to the 19th. I think I'll be doing this maybe on a weekly basis. I know that with my videos, it seems as if people prefer the kind of budgeting, cash stuffing style of things as opposed to the financial information. You might have seen that there's quite a few different style videos that I'm testing out and trying out to see which one you guys like. But right now we have more or less a clear winner. So thanks for sticking around. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I hope to see you in a future video as well. Thanks everyone. Bye.